Bring up Zoom again.
Do you want me to do the big mute?
All right, gonna hit the got it. Yeah, go ahead and do the big mute. All right, there we go. We had the big mute go down, and it says we are streaming live on YouTube. And remember, today is Halloween. And not too long ago, we had a Halloween workout where I dressed up as Indiana Jones as like an explorer. And we were in my living room, and I had the green screen, and we were pretending like we went on an adventure. Well, today I actually went on an adventure. I came back to the park where we were last Monday, where Karen was like, let's go to that park. And I tried to pick up that big log. I came back to the park, and this time I came back though as Indiana Jones, but the fitness Jones. And so I got my shovel. We're gonna do some workouts using the shovel, and also have, you know, Indiana Jones had the bull whip. I don't have a bull whip, but I was able to find this rope. And so this was a free rope that I just found lying around when I was down at the boat one day. And it's about maybe an 8-10 foot rope. If you ever have a chance to find a real good length of rope, go ahead and grab it, because remember, there's a lot of exercises you can do with a long rope. But before you can do anything, we got to drink water. So let's have a water break. Let's see how many people go by this trail. I'm here next to a trail where a lot of people do hiking and biking and things like that. And maybe there'll be some people going by today. We can keep a count. Let's see how many people are out exercising on a Monday, just like you. Let's drink up some water, and let's check in with our hosts and see if we have anybody with that breathing motto.
I think Nick raised his hand first, right, Carrie?
Yes.
Sounds great. Awesome. All right, we got our team leader, Nick, in the house. And Nick, I'm ready to go as Fitness Jones. This is what we're going to do. Maybe instead of Indiana Jones, I'd be like Minnesota Jones or Louisiana Jones. You know, Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. California Jones. Nick, go ahead and take it away, my man.
Okay. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and breathe in the good. Breathe out the bad. Breathe in the happy. And breathe out the sad. Breathe in your bed. And breathe out the wood. And breathe in your bowl. Do you delete? You do it first.
Oh, great job, Nick. Excellent breathing motto. Remember, everybody, Nick's one of our team leaders leading us off today with the breathing motto. And again, I'm in a park. I'm working out here. I'm in Carlsbad, and we are on a holiday workout. If you're watching this video on YouTube and it's not today, it's not October 31st, you might be like, what's Coach John doing? He's out there. It looks like he's an archaeologist, right? An explorer, maybe an anthropologist. Remember Indiana Jones, he was always out there looking for those treasures. So I did my Indiana Jones outfit. I got my shovel, I got my rope. Let's get ready to do our warm up, and then we're going to get into doing a little bit of a workout with the equipment here. And if we have time, we'll do some team leadership. So I'm kneeling down right now.
Hey, John, your mom just said it's not coming up on YouTube.
It's not. Let me double check that. All right, hold on, everybody. We got mom calling in from the side here.
Oh.
All right.
She just said it just started.
Oh, okay. Right. There we go. And there we go. I'm back on her. I'm back on here. Okay, awesome. So good to go. So I was mentioning I was kneeling down for a lot of this. I'm actually going to be standing up for a good part of our warm up in the beginning. And again, I got my my rope here. I'm going to try to keep it here and keep it maybe on my body, part of my costume. So let's start off with our head and neck movements. And so first, what we're going to do, let's go ahead and take a look around the park, and I'll describe what I'm looking at. So I'm going to turn my head over here to the right side. You can see I got my costume on. It's not moving. I'm right at you, and my head's looking over this way. And can you believe, in the middle of all this woods, what I'm looking at right now is a Walmart. It's about a mile away, and it's across a lagoon. Let's go ahead and bring our heads over to the left. Let's hold it over here for a few seconds. When I look over this way, it's nice. I'm looking at a hill with trees, with eucalyptus trees, and a nice little bike path, walking path right there. Let's go back over this way and look back at that lagoon. And I can't believe they built that big old building right there, right next to that beautiful lagoon. Why'd they have to do that? But anyway, they got to get people stuff. Let's go ahead and go back to the left. We're just going right and left, looking back at the hill over this way. Behind me is a big green bush, hopefully giving some contrast with my brown outfit. Let's go one more time to the right, hold it over there. 3, 2, 1, enough of that. Back to the left, 3, 2, 1, and good stuff. All right, let's go ahead and go down and up. So I'm gonna tuck my chin down. You're gonna hear a change in my voice, of course, because my chin just got tucked down. And then I'm gonna bring my head up. You can see I got on this kind of Indiana Jones style hat. I don't know what the name of the actual hat's called. Let's go ahead and tuck it down. But when I tilt down, you can see the top of my hat right here. And then I'm gonna bring my head up and you can see my face now in the sun. I got the hat up and I'm not moving my body. My hands are just kind of here in front of my body. I'm gonna bring my head down again, bringing the chin down, holding it down. Got the chin tucked, looking right down at all these buttons on my shirt. And then I'm gonna bring it up. That's right, if you can't see me, believe it or not, I'm in a button-down shirt doing an exercise. I figured Indiana Jones would still be looking proper. All right, one more time, going down, checking out again the buttons and looking down at the ground, looking for treasure. Of course, that's what he's always looking for. And then going up to the sky, looking up at the sky up there, making sure, oh, there's an airplane. Let's get our propellers going. There's an airplane flying overhead. Just break out a propeller. It's flying fast. Keep it moving. It's an early airplane propeller, but we got to do it. We got rules in these outdoor workouts. Keep that. It's a single propeller airplane. So just, you can do one arm. Let's go 3 more seconds. 2 and 1. Also, when I was looking up there, I saw our first exerciser on the trail. There's a girl, she's jogging, just went down the trail. So there's 1 person exercise. All right, let's see how many we get. Let's go ahead and do the upside down rainbow. So this again would be as if I'm bringing my head to the left, looking at the trail, but now I'm just gonna look at the ground all the way down, looking all the way down. This ground's covered in eucalyptus leaves. And I'm bringing my head up over here on the right shoulder. So bringing it down and around and up. And you're gonna hear, you might even hear, it's like a little bit of kind of scratch on the microphone. That's because again, I'm moving my head, my neck. I got on a collared shirt, believe it or not. Bringing my head down and around, going over here to the other side. Let's do 2 more. Let's go one each way. There's my bull whip is falling off my shoulder there. There we go, back over this way. And then back over this way. All right. And we'll have a lesson about this too, about having something on the same side for a long time. This is good. It brought up a good thought in my head. But let's finish moving our neck and our shoulders and we'll talk about what's going on right here. All right, our last one, or not our last one, we got 2 to go. Let's do the next one's going to be the ear lift. So it might be tough to see. I'm going to get a little closer in here. I'm going to come back to that kneeling position. Indiana Jones on kind of one knee style, like he's looking for treasure and he's listening, seeing if he can hear anybody coming, if they're going to find him, finding the treasure. All right, got that ear up. Let's go ahead and switch, bring our head back to the middle and then switch it out. So we have our other ear now. For me, it's my left. That's a little too much head tilt. Who was thinking that? There we go. That's better. Still, I can be better. Remember, I don't want to tilt my head. Let's try again. I'm going to go to my other side. I don't want to tilt the head as much as I want to keep my head straight and just lift the ear. I'm going to go back over to this side again, left side up, bringing my shoulder down. That's a good way. You could even think about this as if it's tough to get that ear lift, start with trying to lower that shoulder. It's gonna pull on the same region of the neck, and that's what we want. Let's go one more side on that other side. Bringing it up, holding it up. Nice. All right, good job. Whew. All right, we got 1 more to go, and it is perfect. I don't know if this rope's gonna make it on my shoulder. And it's perfect for being out here in the eucalyptus leaves, and it is the giraffe head turtleneck. There's a lot of food for giraffes in here. So again, let's think about our head's gonna reach out off of our neck. And that even, you can tell the difference again in my voice. It gets that microphone moving around. My head's extended out, my vocal cords extended. And then let's go turtleneck. Let's bring that head back. Still keeping it up, but bringing it back. And then going forward. So we got giraffe head, reaching out, turtleneck, bringing it back, bringing that chin back. And I'm smushing my vocal cords there. Let's go ahead and bring it out again. Let's go for 2 more of these, everybody. This is an easy one. So this is a technology, balancer. Let's keep it going. We got to balance out that technology time. All that time on all the devices. Let's hold it for 3, 2, 1. And let's have some water. Awesome. All right. I'm going to talk about that rope in a minute. All right. Water break time. We're going to get to our shoulders. All right. I was going to think of a question to ask Nick, but then I was like, he might have the answer to that because he's a pretty smart guy. So let me ask him an impossible question. Nick, how many eucalyptus trees do you think they built here in this forest when they were building the railroads? And they thought this was going to be all railroad ties until they found out eucalyptus trees not good for making into railroad ties because they just break up. How many trees do you think are in here? There's a lot. I'll tell you that. I don't know how many there are. And when we don't know, when we do the shoulder shrug, remember, that's our trapezius lift. So let's do some trapezius lifts. Maybe bring your trapezius up. I'm going to put the rope back on my shoulder and I'm going to kind of hold it here. And I'm going to talk about this while we're doing the trapezius lift. Now, I mentioned just a few moments ago about how, you know, this rope, I've mentioned it now 3 or 4 times. It's bothering me. And, you know, if you're thinking about doing an exercise or doing a workout, or even if you're doing like your day-to-day things and you have something that's bothering you, you want to try to find a way to fix that solution. And in this case, it's a rope. But let me tell you what else. I got my daughter, she's, you remember, 5 months old. She's just a little baby and I carry her a lot. And I've been carrying her on the same side of my body a lot. I got to balance that out. If you carry a purse or a bag or a briefcase and you carry it on the same side all the time, it's going to kind of throw things off and you want to have that balance. Or you want to try to eliminate it at all. If you have something on your shoulder and you can put it on your back or you can put it down, you want to go ahead and do it. So that was a good lesson. I was trying to keep it on there for a costume, but it's not worth that, me always being bothered and then my shoulders kind of always messing with it. So I want you to take a lesson from that. If you're trying to do exercise and you have a way that you can kind of take something that's bothersome and you can remove that or you can make it better for yourself, take the moment to do that and then just continue on with your workout. So let's go ahead and do a couple more shoulder shrugs. That's a whole lot better for me. Instantly, I feel relief on the fact that I can get now both my left and my right side to do pretty much the same thing because I'm not having to worry about that rope falling off. And again, I have no idea how many trees are in this forest. Let's do a couple shoulder rolls with this one. So shoulders are constantly moving around. You can see right here, I'm doing 2, but I could be doing 1. This is where I really like to start to get into what we call the unilateral training, where we're working on one side of our body, working on the other, then maybe working on them both. All right, let's go ahead and take that to our elbows now. So let's get some elbows out. And I'm going to start off with Byron's classic. I'm going to go with the kayak row. This is that, again, it's an elbow circle on one side, elbow circle on the other side, but we're doing them kind of alternating. So the one's going forward, one's going back. Then you can reverse that. One's going back, one's going forward. Nice. This is a great hat for my costume hat. It really blocks that sun. Hopefully you can still see my face. Not too bad. Right there. Still there. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's bring those elbows just up and down. And this one, you can imagine this one's a fun one for me because I get to feel, I never have shirts tucked in. I can feel, you know, a pull. And so I'm challenging myself. I'm bringing my shirt up and I'm bringing it right to the point where it kind of pulls on it. And then I'm bringing my arms down. And so again, just something you're always working with the situation. And I might go with one side. I might work on the other side. I might bring them backwards, might bring my elbows forwards. I like the forwards and backwards. Absolutely. Let's keep that going. Nice. All right. Let's knock out some arm circles. I'm going to stand up for these arm circles. Remember, when you're standing up, if you need to use a hand to help stand up, I like to go 2 hands on the ground and then 2 feet on the ground. And then we're going to try to stand up from that. If there's nothing around to help me out, let's do some arm circles. I'm going to start with one arm. I'm going to do it down low. So I got the low arm circle off to the side, cool breeze passing by right now, low arm circle down low. And now I'm going to think about bringing it up. And as I'm doing the circle, I'm going to bring it up to the middle section. So I got the arm at the middle section, pulling up here. We'll do about 5 here. And then we're going to take it up overhead. So we're going to bring our arm up overhead, keep it moving. There we go. And so again, arms up overhead. I can feel it pulling on my shirt. I also know that must mean it's pulling on my muscles right there. Those obliques are engaging. Let's keep it going. And now I'm going to switch over. I'm going to go to the other side. I'm going to start up overhead. So it looks like I'm waving. I'm at a concert or something. Maybe I'm somewhere where I really want to get picked on. I'm like, hey, pick me, pick me. Got that hand up in the air. Let's circle it around 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it down to the side. Nice. Down to the side, moving it around. Got it. This is the classic arm circle. This is the one that we do a lot of. And then down low. I like the down low arm circle. Moving it down low through here. We're going to get to our abs, our core next up. And first, we're going to have a break of water. All right. Let's go ahead and have a sip of water. We got our head and our neck, our shoulders and our arms and our elbows moving around. We're going to get our core going. We're going to do some outdoor exercises here. There might even be a challenge that might come to mind, one of you might have. And if you want to throw it out there, we could do that. There's some, maybe we could try to go up that hill or something like that, or maybe we could take even a walk around the park if we had time. This is a nice place and it has some nice accessibility here too. It's a lot of trails and a lot of parks nowadays. They're getting made with the proper kind of paths and the areas where everybody's going to get a chance to be outdoors and have a good time. All right, nice. So I have the shovel, and so I'm going to be using the shovel on our first exercise. And that first exercise before, I'll do it with just body weight, but then I'm going to grab the shovel and I'm going to do this. Byron's done this one before, Nick's done this, we've all done this before, but it's going to be the witch's pot. So I'm just going to use the shovel to let you know, hey, you might have a shovel at your house and you're thinking, I don't have any exercise equipment. You have a shovel? Yeah, you do. All right, so remember, witch's pot's down and out, up and in. So if here we got a sideways view, I'm going to stick out my butt, I'm going to reach out with my arms, and I go down and out, and I go up and in. When I stand up, I bring my arms in. And when I go down, I bring my arms out. Keep it going. Nice. There we go. Good stuff. Moving it around. Now let me show with the shovel. I have this opportunity. So I'm just going to put the end of the shovel on the ground right there. It's going to be in one spot right there. And from here, I'm going to find my position. This might be a little too far back. I might kind of be a little forward. And I'm going to go and I'm going to reach down and out, up and in. I go down and out, up and in. So again, this is, again, the witch's pot exercise. But I just do it. I got the shovel on the ground. It's just kind of pivoting on the ground, nice and slow. I have something to hold on to. Look, I could stop down here and kind of rest for a while. And if I needed to get my position dialed in, this would be somewhere where I could do it with having that force to kind of lean in there and then up and in. Let's do a couple more of those. Let's go for maybe about 6 more. We'll go 3 each way. There we go. Down and out. And if you don't have a stick or a shovel, again, that's okay. This one works all the same. If you're doing it the body weight, you're just going to have 100% of your own stability. That's all you when you balance out, when you don't have something to hold on to. When you have something to hold on to, you're going to have that opportunity to make sure that you have a kind of a safety point. And so again, a shovel, you know, if this intimidates you, there might be a way you can remove this. And this is a good wooden dowel. You could use this wooden dowel and they might have a lot of exercise options for you for that. So that was the witch's pot. The next one I want to do is going to be, again, an exercise that requires no movement now. So we had a lot of movement. Now we're going to go to no movement. And this one is going to be the plank or the abdominal squeeze. Now, I think because we're in Indiana Jones kind of costume fashion, I'm going to have to get down on the ground and do the plank. I feel like that's something Indiana Jones he would get dirty if he's out on his mission. And so I'm going to be doing the plank laying down here in the leaves and the dirt. If you want to do a upper elbow squeeze, abdominal squeeze, do that exercise. And let's go ahead and I'm trying to think of a fun way we could do this with the abdominal squeeze. And I'm going to do Indiana Jones style. I'm going to go from my elbows to my hands and back to my elbows a couple times during the plank. Can I get somebody to count it out for me though? Maybe we could count to, let's count to 60. Oh, I wanted to say 30, but then 60 came out of my mouth. How does that happen? Do we have a counter?
I will count.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Carrie. Give me a countdown and then I'm ready to go.
60 or 30?
Let's go 60. Let's go for the big number.
Okay.
All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60.
Yeah. Woo. Who's ever seen the Indiana Jones movie where I think the girl he was with, she had to put her hand inside of the thing and it had bugs in there? Well, I had to do the same thing. I didn't see any bugs at the moment, just some ants. They're bugs. But I was putting my hands on the ground. I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder if a bunch of bugs start crawling on my hand and be just like in the movie. Let's have a break of water. That was good. We got our abdominals engaged. We're going to do maybe one more here for our core. And yeah, and then we're going to keep it going. Got a couple good workouts, exercises we're going to do with the shovel and the rope. We might even get the rope into our next one here, or maybe our shovel. No, let's keep it good. Well, now we're going to do it. All right. So you can see me thinking. Remember, I'm a fitness trainer before anything. You know, when I think about exercise, I do the same thing in the gym. I'll go in the gym and I'll think, what do I need to do and how do I need to do it and whether I like it or not. I just kind of do that because as a trainer, I figure I should know. And so what I'm going to do, you got a loud car going by out here, a motorcycle chase in the movie. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a twist. I'm going to be holding that shovel up. I'm going to be holding it up. Maybe I'm fighting off bad guys like Indiana Jones. And I'm going to be doing a twist. If you have a resistance bar or a pool noodle, you could do that too. If you don't have either of these, let's kind of do a double arm reach across our body. And we'll start with that one and maybe even do like a rainbow going overhead just to kind of get everything in here real good for the next few exercises. So on this shovel, I'm not going to grab it here on the sharp. I'm never, ever going to touch this part of the shovel. I don't want to do that because, again, it's a shovel head. This gets used for who knows what, and I'm going to hold it here where I know it's good and on this side here. And if there's anybody around me, I wouldn't do this with the shovel either. You know, you put it soft on there. All right, but right now, let's go ahead and do some twists and turns. And I just have this shovel spinning side to side. So now I have my left arm across my body and then my right arm across my body. And I'm kneeling down for this right now. I am going to stand up in a second. And if you're sitting down, think the same way. Think about just trying to get the whole object over here on this side of your body. You could even do this with a water bottle. You could have a water bottle for your resistance. I'm going to stand up and do a couple. Look, a great thing if I have this shovel here to stand up, I can lean into it. I can push down on it and I can just stand right up. And you commit to that stance, you'll make it. So again, if I'm doing a shovel twist, we'll call this a shovel twist. If I do this standing, remember, I'm going to do that pivot foot. Byron's shown us that through his leadership. And I think that's pretty neat. Also with the shovel, what's kind of interesting is it's not weight. The balance isn't weighted. So you have it's heavier at the end of the shovel up here. Let's try a couple rainbows. You could do this with the stick as well. All right, so we're just going to go up over our head. I'm going to bring this all the way down to the ground. I'm going to go up all the way over my head, bring it down to the ground. Remember, watch your head. You got that shovel. That could be metal right there. They make some plastic shovels out there, although I wouldn't probably use a plastic shovel. Maybe in the sand. Here we go, going up over the head, doing a rainbow with the reach with the arms, bringing it up. Let's do two more of these. Let's go one on each side. So I'm going up and over, and look, I got my legs bending. Everything's bent right now. Everything's trying to keep this shovel here next to me. And as I go over, I get as tall as I can. And then I go back to being pretty small. You know, we've done all kinds of exercises where we've gone from small to big. And that's just a great way to train your body, get some stretches and things like that in. It's excellent. All right, the next thing we're going to do, if you have that stick next to you, you might also be able to use a chair. We're going to do some leg swings, maybe some arm swings. All right, so again, I'm going to hold on to the shovel, and that's going to allow me to pick my leg up and give it some swings back and forth. So I'm able to move my arm. If I want to go with legs and arms together, I could do that maybe because I'm balancing. I'm holding on to the shovel. If I didn't have the shovel, there's a greater chance I would lose my balance. I got all this energy moving around my body, and then I'm also kind of downhill. Some of y'all might have seen when Carrie was counting, I was sliding backwards a little bit. That made that tough. Let's go ahead and switch up to the other leg. When I do leg swings, I always like to swing the leg that's on the inside of my stability. So this is where I'm getting my balance from, the stick. And so the leg next to it. If I swing the leg on the outside, that's okay too. I just feel like this gives you in a good stance. I got one leg on the ground. This is my stability over here. And if you're sitting down, remember, if you might have an armrest that's gonna not let you swing close to your body, swing it out just a little bit and let that arm maybe even come across the midline or swing out and then going up. So we're swinging out and then we're bringing it up. And again, all that swing, that one's supposed to be nice and fluid and slow and relaxed, and you're moving at your own speed. That's a great exercise. Let's have a sip of water. Let's get ready. We're gonna do a couple exercises here in a minute. We're gonna get our rope and shovel going. I'm looking for treasure. I'm looking for treasure all around because I'm Indiana Jones. I'm actually looking for my wife. She's a treasure. She said she might come and sneak up on me during the workout. She said she was going to try to catch me when I wasn't paying attention. So I'm trying to keep an eye out for her. All right, cruising along in our warm up. Now the next exercise I want to do is classic Indiana Jones exercise. And what that exercise is going to be is it's going to be the ground touch. So with the ground touch, we're trying to get as low as we can go. I'm going to be starting this exercise in a standing position. This is one that potentially, if you're kneeling down, you could do this kneeling down where you're just kind of leaning forward and then going to end up on the ground. So you can see I'm in a kneeling position. I'm going to kind of lean my body forward. I know I'm going to the ground, and then I put my hands down, and then I might walk myself back up, or I might push myself back up. If you're doing this standing up, it's going to be real similar. We're going to have our body committing to, we're going this way. And if I stay close, I'm going to be okay. If I get too far forward, I'm going to fall forward. I just want to be able to touch the ground nice and easy, just like that. So I want to reach down. I want to put my hands on the ground, kind of relax my weight on my hands and my feet, and then push back up. Now, if we were going to do something like the bear crawl, we might go out and kind of bring our hands out a little bit. And what I wanted to do, which I thought would be fun, is we could do the Indiana Jones crawl. And remember, Indiana Jones, what did he do? He lost his hat, right? And then he had to reach out and get it. So I'm going to reach out, try to grab my hat and put it on real quick. That's going to be my exercise for this one. So here we go. So we're going to do 10 of these. So there we go. Hat's on the ground. I got to go out, grab my hat, bring it back on my head. 1, throw my hat out again. I'm giving myself a challenge with how far out I want to throw my hat. 2. Now, who remembers what was Indiana Jones? What was he worried about? I think he was in like a tunnel or something, and something was flying after him. Maybe it was when that big old boulder was rolling behind him. I'm gonna try this with my left hand. I've done them all with my right hand. Let's try this left hand hat. Woo! This is a workout. Hat goes out. I go out, bring the hat back on. I think I got 4 more. Keep doing that ground touch. Oh, that's a far reach. Oh, there we go. Wow, I gave myself a challenge on that one. 3 more. Hat goes out. Oh, I did it again. Look how far. There we go. Bringing it back. Now you can do this too. You could give yourself a challenge. 2 more. I can make it easier. Whoop. Or again, I could do the challenge. Everybody was yelling challenge. There we go. Let's do the challenge. There we go. Reaching out. Hat back on. I like that exercise. That was cool. Look, cardiovascular effect. I got all the muscles in my body working out and moving for that. Look at that sun, right in the sun. That's a great spot. Let's go ahead and have a sip of water. And then we're gonna do a couple more exercises for our warm up. And then we're gonna do a couple more with I gotta use this rope. I don't have a bullwhip. Indiana Jones, he had that bullwhip. I don't have a bullwhip. I did when I was a kid, I think. I'm not sure. That might have been my dad's. We grew up in Louisiana. I remember in the backyard, I remember trying to get the snap of the bullwhip. And that's what the bullwhippers would do. All right. Next exercise we're going to do is going to be wrists. Also doing our ankles. So remember with this one, I'm going to have a seat with everybody for a minute. With this one, I can move my feet up and down. Indiana Jones, look, wearing some Crocs. Come on, that's funny. Probably wouldn't be wearing Crocs out on an adventure, but these shoes are comfortable. Up and down with my wrists. Pushing down. When I'm pushing down, you can see my feet. I'm pushing down. When I'm pushing down with my wrists, you can bring them to relax, or you can really push them down. you're going to feel that in your forearm. Same thing if I'm bringing it up, you're going to feel that in the top of your arm. The same thing with my legs. When I'm moving my ankles around, I'm going to feel that all in my lower leg there. Let's go ahead and do a couple circles with those, moving everything around in circles. I'm just sitting down here in a park doing ankle and wrist circles. And it's a beautiful day. And that's a lot of what exercise is all about too. Remember, everybody, we want to not only be exercising and doing the best for ourselves, but we want to be taking that opportunity to get out there and kind of, put our fitness to the test and also enjoy the whole big world. We got a lot of opportunities of places to go and things to see. And a lot of them require at least a little bit of exercise, maybe some training, developing some skills. And so anyway, let's go ahead and do something. Let's do something with this shovel and the rope. And now I'm thinking of the first exercise I want to do something with this rope. So let me show you. This is a free rope I got. And this looks like it's not too long. It's maybe about 10 feet long. And so with this rope, what I want to do is I'm going to do a rope wave. I'm going to do a wave the rope, and I'm going to attach the rope to the shovel. So I'm going to use both of the things I have here, and I'm going to attach this end right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie an easy little knot and just kind of tie it right there around the shovel. And there we go. So it's going to stay on there. And now I got my shovel here. I'm going to put my shovel in the dirt right here, and I'm going to come back this way. And let's see, there's about maybe 12 feet on this rope. Now, some of the things I like to do with the rope is doing the up and down. Ooh, now this is what I thought was going to happen, which is going to be neat. So the shovel's going to be moving around. So we're going to be moving around. But let's start with one arm. If you don't have a rope, we're going to be swinging up and down. If you have a rope, let's do 10 on one side, 10 on the other side, and let's see where we're at. So we're going to bring that arm up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm making the shovel jump. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the idea is to make this look like a bullwhip. I think it is. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring that arm up. 6, and kind of snap it down. 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at that. I brought this shovel all the way down here where I was. Did y'all see that hopping up there? Let's try to see if I can bring it up this way. Maybe I'm going to come up here and let's see what happens. I'm going to move back this way. There's the shovel right down that way. And let's see if I can pull it and get it to come up this hill. But I'm going to do it doing the bullwhip swing. Look at that. 1, 2. Oh, that's as close as I can get it. 3. Well, I'm going to keep it there. 4, 5. Oh, I got it up more. 6. Let's see if I can get it closer. 7, 8, 9. I'd have to move. I got to move up this way. Let's see. Watch this. Again, I'm 12 feet away from that shovel. And look, we're going to bring it. Oh, and look at that. The rope came off. How cool was that? That's lucky stuff. Let's have a sip of water. That's what that means. That means the exercise is like, hey, give me a sip of water. Give me a break. So again, that was a fun exercise. I was hoping in my mind when I was thinking about things that I could do something that would be kind of bullwhippy. And I'd originally thought about tying that around a rock, but I couldn't find a rock around here. So remember, when you have a rope, doing those exercises where you're moving that rope and kind of swinging up and down, it's nice because of the way the rope kind of coils through the air and moves around through the air. I really like that. Now the next exercise, I gotta drink my water. We're gonna do one more with the rope. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be good at this. I got to be honest. I have not practiced this in a while, and I don't know if I'm going to be good, but I'm going to try to spin this rope around in the air like how the cowboys do. I'm not a cowboy, but so what I want to do, and I'm working on my wrist and I'm working on my elbow here, and I want to get, there we go. I got that rope kind of spinning around, and there we go. I got it going. Nice. All right. Now, I don't know how well we can see this, but I'm not using the whole rope. Let's see, how much am I using here? I'm about 6 feet tall, so I'm using maybe about 4 or 5 feet of rope, and I'm holding it in my one hand. I got this other rope. I'm kind of keeping it off to the side. Now, what you're going to do, lift that arm up as high as you can. And then just like we do the wrist circles, we got to get that wrist circle going, and we got to get that rope. There we go. We got to get that rope to come up off the ground, and then it starts moving around. Now, I haven't done this since I was maybe probably 10 or 12 years old in my backyard. but my body still remembers. And I'll tell you what, right now, I'm feeling it in the back of my forearm right here. Let's see if I can do this on the other side though. I'm right-handed, so, you know, great over there, but let's see if I can do this with the left side. If you don't have a rope, I want you to pretend like you are making a cake and you're whipping up the cake batter and that kind of thing. And you're gonna be working out your wrist for this. So here we go. Oh, I got it. I think oh, nope, look, oh, almost. Oh, I can't, oh, there we go. Oh, nice, I got it. And so, oh no, look, I tangled it all up. So I think I went the wrong way. So let's go this other way. Oh, there we go. And look, I got it. And so check that out, everybody. That wasn't any reason for me to get frustrated. I was like, why isn't this working? I kept trying, and my brain kept trying to figure it out. It says, come on, Coach John, you're live streaming right now. Oh, don't embarrass yourself. You got to get it. In my brain, in my hand, in my wrist, in my elbow, in my shoulder, they all kept talking to each other, and they're like, we got to get this figured out. And check this out. I got it. They made that connection. If I took a break, let's see if I take a break. Oh my gosh, I can feel those muscles right now. If I take a break, let's see if I can get it just going again. Oh, yep. And there we go. There we go. Right off to the start. Woo. That's a great exercise for my forearms, for my wrist. I was thinking about this as a great wrist exercise, but that, I'll tell you, for the whole arm is really excellent. So let's see, one more thing maybe to do with the rope. I got a friend out there, he really likes working out with ropes. And his name's David, and he's got a lot of rope exercises. And we'll see about sharing those in the future. I think that would be great. So what I've done with this rope now is I took the whole thing and I folded it up once, and then I folded it up twice. So now I have a pretty short rope with a pretty hard handle. I got a pretty big handle here I want to hold on to. So what I want to do is, just like we do the airplane, is I just want to swing this rope over here to the side of my body. Now, if you don't have a rope, just go ahead and do, again, a side wrist cake spinning, make that cake get as best as it can be. And right here, I'm spinning this rope. So now look, I got straight arm spin. I can spin it with my elbow bent. We can spin it with like helicopter style, going over our body. All right, and then again, I can swing it going across my body like this. So I'm making an X in front of my body. You could also do this maybe with an exercise towel, but the rope is a really good weight. The weight of this rope maybe only weighs about 2 pounds. And so when I'm doing this over here to the side, I got my 2 pound weight that's spinning around. That's a lot of, it's giving a lot of force for my wrist and my shoulder and my elbow to have to deal with. And they're doing okay. Moving it around again over here to the side with my arms straight. If I bend my elbow, look, it gets a whole lot easier for me because I added in, what muscle? When the elbow bends, what muscle gets added in to the equation? We talked about that last week. Let's see who remembers. When that elbow bends, what muscle is now totally helping? When with the arms out straight, that muscle's not really helping a lot. And then again, let's go overhead maybe one more time here with the helicopter. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to go into the crisscross. So we're going side to side. And I got this rope moving on one side of my body. Now, what's great is there's not a lot of chance for this rope to hit me. And I'm going to let go of it here, just in the middle of moving. I'm just going to let go, and we're going to see what happens. I hope it doesn't hit the camera, and I hope it doesn't hit me. I don't think it's going to hit me because the force of the rope is always kind of moving away. Look at that. It went away from me and it went down. If I would have dropped it on that side, it would have gone away from you and down. And so that exercise looks like there's a lot going on, but don't be intimidated by that exercise, waving on side to side. It's getting you crossing over your body, and it gets, again, that shoulder, it gets your whole core moving. It's a great exercise. Let's go ahead and have a sip of water, and let's go ahead and let me get a time check from our producers.
1:41.
Ooh, nice. We're cruising along. We're doing good. I don't even need my sunglasses anymore. Can y'all still see me pretty good though?
Yes.
Okay, great. What do y'all think about the hat? Could I pass for what's his name? Oh, I forgot. Harrison Ford, right? He was the guy. He was the guy in Indiana Jones. Maybe I could. All right, let's go ahead, and I'm going to do a couple exercises with the shovel here. And now again, this is going to be some of
Hey,
these.
John, you forgot the breath hold.
Oh, I did forget the breath hold. All right. Let's do a breath hold. I'm gonna do a challenge breath hold. So let's do a breath hold. I'm gonna be moving while we hold our breath. We're gonna compare the difference. I want everybody who's watching to don't move, don't exercise while we're doing the breath hold. I am though, and we're gonna see who can hold their breath, who gets the longest hold. If you can beat me, I think a lot of folks are gonna find out you can, because I'm gonna be using up that oxygen while you're conserving and you're holding on to that oxygen. And so, what do you think about 30 seconds, maybe 20 seconds? 30, I don't know if I can get 30 seconds.
Let's do 30.
Sounds like a challenge. Oh, I knew Sophie was thinking that. Right when I said that, I was like, wait, I basically just admitted that would be a challenge. And so, okay, everybody, this is what I'm gonna do. And now I'm not gonna jump rope, but I could maybe do a jump rope with this. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do a rope step over. So it's gonna be like a slow jumping rope where I'm gonna be stepping over, bringing it around, stepping over. This, it's a slow style of jump rope. I'm gonna do that for 30 seconds while I want you to all try to hold your breath for 30 seconds. But we do need a counter. We need somebody to not hold their breath and to count, who's also a pilot.
I'll
I'll
go
do
and count for you.
Or Ben, you want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's have Ben go, because Sophie,
Count
I
to
want you
30,
to be
right?
holding your breath. Count to 30. I want Sophie to have to be holding her breath. All right, here we go. Ben, take it away.
Ready?
Breathe in. We got to breathe in 2 times, remember? Breathe in again. Breathe out. Breathe and hold. Go, Ben.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Oh my gosh. Who heard at 18 is when I took a breath. And I bet a lot of you made that. I bet a lot of you made it all the way to 30. I made it to 18. And so remember, why was that? It was because I was exercising and moving, and I was just even a simple activity. It was still challenging for me. You could see me, I was getting fumbled up, and that takes away your breath. And so it made it difficult for me. What I want you to remember is when you're doing activities, if you're doing an activity that's difficult, if you're doing something that's going to require you to do the activity for longer than maybe 5 seconds, you have to remember to breathe, even unless you're doing a breath hold. But everything else, you have to remember to breathe. And so if I would have taken a breath at any time, remember, I could do that activity for a long time. But by holding my breath, I was only able to do it for 18 seconds until my body said, no, Coach John, I've had enough. I want oxygen now. And my body took a breath. And so again, great job. If you beat me, again, great job for holding on through that whole time. That was great. Let's go ahead and have a break of water. Let's have a sip of water and a water break. Combine those together. And I don't want to dig. Digging would be something we would have done in the virtual show. Maybe we can do a virtual dig. I don't want to put a hole in this park. And that would be, again, if you're out in the parks and stuff like that, you always want to make sure we leave it better than we found it. That can be a good thing, because that can give us a chance to exercise if we got to maybe pick up some trash or help to clean up a pathway or something like that. So
how about you do like a simulated dig? Like
that's
a
what I'm going
pretend
for.
dig.
I like it, Ben. I like that call.
Like a fake
Everybody-
dig.
I'm going to use the shovel, but I'm not going to actually dig a hole in the ground. As if somebody's looking and nobody's watching me. Where's my wife? Nobody's watching me. But if somebody saw me, they might be like, there's a guy who's digging in the forest. But I'm not. Right? Yeah, I know, right? That could be a weird thing. And you never know who's going to show up and say, hey, man, what are you doing? But then they're going to look at me and they're going to be like, wait, this guy, he could be finding an ancient treasure or something. So remember, if you don't have a shovel, which most of you, I know you don't right now, you didn't know this, it was going to be a shovel workout. We're going to have the 2 hands. We're going to dig in, and then we're going to throw that dirt over our shoulder. Now, remember, you can throw it over the opposite shoulder, or you can throw it over the same side shoulder. Look at the difference in the way I throw the dirt. So I go into the dirt. This one's over the shoulder this way. I got my right arm going across my left shoulder. Now I dig into the dirt and I'm throwing it this way. And you can see this is my left arm's now kind of over my right shoulder. So try around with both of them. I'm going to do the same thing. Let's go for 20 digs. I'm making sure nobody sees me. I don't want them to think I'm digging a secret hole in the floor. All right, we're good to go. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and in. I'm going over my shoulder that way. And then I'm going in, over my shoulder that way. There's 2. In, 3. Dirt. 4. Down in the dirt. Dirt. 5. Here we go. Scoop. 6. I'm going to switch hands at 10. 7. I'm going to give me a challenge. So again, I'm going this one. 8 over my opposite shoulder. This one scooping in. 9. Oh, I got a little leaf just went flying there. There we go. And 10. Now I'm going to switch up to my other side. So this is going to be my not as strong side. Scoop. Throw over the shoulder. Scoop. Throw going over the same shoulder. Scoop. Throw. I got to find that buried treasure. Scoop. Throw. Here we go. And now this is also working out my wrists. It's working out my biceps, my triceps. It's working out my legs. It's working out my back. Here we go. I got 2 more. Scoop and throw. 1 more opposite shoulder. Scoop. Opposite shoulder. And 1 more on the same side. Scoop and throw. Whew. So now remember, everybody, if you were doing this where you live, you might be able to have like a sandbox or somewhere where you could actually dig a hole, and then you'd have a little of weight with every throw you made. But even just simulating, again, you could do that with the pool noodle. You could do that with a resistance bar. You could do it with a wooden dowel. Simulating that scoop and throw, it's just an outstanding exercise because it gets every muscle in your body's working to get a good scoop and to get a good throw. Now, my buddy Austin yesterday, some of you guys know Austin from the fitness socials. Remember, Austin has cerebral palsy. He uses a manual wheelchair to get around everywhere. But yesterday, he wanted to help with making the path that he was going to be using to access the beach. And so he was using a shovel and he was sitting down and he was working on scooping and throwing sand so that we could make a ramp with our beach tracks. And so you might be thinking, Coach John, I don't know if I'm ever going to be in a situation where I'm going to need to be shoveling. I would say practice it anyway, because number 1, you're going to get the fitness. And number 2, you might actually learn that skill. It's going to help you out in the future. Maybe if you want to help somebody out. Let's have a sip of water. Let's get a time check from our pilots. And again, this has been a great workout, Indiana Jones style. All right.
151.
Ooh, all right, nice. We got 150, 151. Awesome. Do we want to keep it to where we're going to just stay in the park for the whole workout today? Do we want to go with that and then have a leadership Wednesday like we did last week?
Yes.
Let's go with that.
Yes.
Good call.
Yeah.
Awesome. So remember, all the leaders who are on here right now, hang on, and we're going to be doing Leadership Wednesday like we did last week, which means I'm only going to do just a couple of exercises, and then we're going to have the leaders take over the exercise and get to choose, also get to decide if they want to do some combos, or, Byron, he's got 3 exercises going. Nick's got his combos. Bernie's got her combos. We got a lot of great leadership on here. So on Wednesday, we'll have a Leadership Wednesday. Let's go ahead and think about something else. Does anybody have an idea of something they would want to see me do or try here with the equipment I have? I got a rope, I got the shovel, I got the outdoors area, and you might have a challenge. You might have an idea or an exercise or a question. While we have about 10 minutes, feel free to ask that in the chat room here.
Here,
If you're on
a
YouTube,
challenge for Coach John.
If you're on YouTube and you want to get involved on the live Zoom, the interactive workout, you got to let us know and we get you set up on these Zoom workouts. We do 3 a week.
Yep, I have something.
All right, we got a challenge. Let's hear it.
30 jump rope.
He just did jump rope.
Ooh,
He just
30
did
jump, but doing like a real jump rope?
Yes, like
Doing
a
the
real
jump?
one.
Ooh, okay. That could be difficult. I might have to.
Not
I'll
a
do
fake
it down
one.
here. Okay, I'm gonna accept the challenge. I got it. Oh, wow, this is gonna be tough. So, because there's a lot of leaves around here too, so I'm gonna be kicking up some leaves. Now, remember, everybody, if you have a partner to do jump rope with, it's always fun. You have one person, on the end, and they can do it. But if you're by yourself and you have a rope, now this rope is a little too long. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bunch it up a little bit here, and I'm gonna hold it like that, and maybe there we go, kind of get a good grip on it here. And now what? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but so when I work out with my buddy Cole, I give him the option that if he wants to do a lot of jumps, he can do it. And if he makes a mistake, he starts over where he made the mistake. But if he wants to just do a few, if he makes a mistake, he has to start over at 0. And I'm going to give myself that challenge. I'm going to add the sprinkles onto this. And the sprinkles are, if I make a mistake, I have to start over. So I really don't want to make a mistake. That's going to give my brain something to think about while I'm jumping. So I'm looking for the perfect length. I think I found it. All right, I'm going to be jumping right here. There's leaves all around, so you might see leaves.
Oh.
My hat might fly off. All right, this is not a fitness hat, but here we go. Indiana Jones could do it, so could I. All right, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Hey.
Dang.
Challenge accepted. That was great. That was actually tough. You could see the leaves were going everywhere. My rope still looks good, so that's great. And hey, everybody, I got that heartbeat going. If I want to check my heartbeat, I can put my hand up here, and then I got to be quiet for a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, so I got a pretty fast heartbeat.
Bernie,
Okay,
we
that's
just
all.
did that.
We did
About a
helicopter.
120. Nice.
Yeah, we did. We did helicopter.
How about
You
we
want
go look for your
if you-
wife on a hunt?
I got an
Yeah.
idea too. If Bernie, I have an idea about this. If Bernie wants to do the helicopter, my wife just sent me a picture, but I don't know where she is. She just sent me a message right now. I'm gonna do a special sound that only she knows that where I am. So I'm gonna go. She might just show up out of nowhere because she heard the call. And if we're ever in a big crowd, we do that. I like that Bernie had an idea for the helicopter real quick. I want to show you a helicopter that we haven't been able to do before, really, because we didn't have the space. And that's going to be the moving helicopter. So what I'm going to do is going to be tough. This is a cool challenge. I'm going to set this rope up. I'm going to have a sip of water. How much time do I have?
156.
You have time.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be walking and doing the helicopter spin overhead. I'm going to try to do, I'm going to go to that stick and back. I'm going to do four times. My shirt's coming out. I feel like Indiana Jones, sweating here in the forest. All right, so I got a helicopter going up over my head, and there we go. I'm moving. Now, what's cool about this is now, instead of just staying still and having my body kind of working the ground, every time I pick up my foot and I take a step, I'm getting wobbly. I'm getting kind of moving around with my stability. Let's switch up to the other arm. I'm swinging it overhead. I got my arm overhead. I'm trying to walk, and you'll see I'm kind of walking, kind of at like little steps here, and my head's kind of moving around. And it's because all the force of the helicopter blade, the rope, it's going down my arm into my core, and then it's having to get balanced on when it gets wobbly right there. Wow. And that was even a workout. And imagine, this is just a free piece of rope I found that I'm able to work out with. So I like that. Did I hear somebody say they wanted to take a look around the park real quick?
Yeah, let's take
Yes.
a look.
Let's check it out. Let's check it out, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and pick this up, and we are going to go for a little tour. So check it out. So here was the trail right up this way, and we'll go up the trail here, and let's see what we can see. And we'll move a little hustle. We'll go a little quick, like Indiana Jones running around the park. And we got some trees right here we're stepping up and over. And over there, we got a playground. There's the
Is your
kids
wife
swinging.
at the playground?
No, she's not there. Soon we'll be there with my little baby girl on the swings and everything. And we're walking uphill, everybody. So we're moving up this hill. I'm looking in the parking lot. I don't see the car. Nope. I see my car. That's good. There's the tree that got me the other day. It's over that way. But I couldn't find.
And that got you last month.
What's that?
Ben got muted.
The one that got you last Monday.
Yeah, it did.
How
So she
did he
just-
get muted?
She just sent me a message saying that Sophia was napping. So that means that they're probably not going to be here right now. So let's go ahead and head back to my spot. And then who do we have with that breathing motto to finish this off?
Well,
This is a
how
fun
about
workout.
you?
I'll do it. I'll do
Yeah.
it. That's a great idea. I'll do it in my, let me get back with my bullwhip on my shoulder. And so that way it's all appropriate. But I feel just like Indiana Jones marching around. Look at that big old spider I almost walked into.
Ooh.
Gross.
Right? That's some real Indiana Jones stuff right there.
That's cracking up over there.
Oh my gosh. All right. Let's drink some water.
I
gonna
would
set
eat
my
it.
phone.
Ew!
I'm gonna set up my phone.
Ew.
All right, here we go.
Oh.
Let's have a sip of water, everybody. Let's
Ugh.
get ready. Let's get ready to wrap it up. Again, it's Halloween for all of our live or interactive workout right now. So if it's Halloween and tonight, if you're going to do any trick or treating or anything like that, remember, be safe. Make sure that you don't eat too much candy. If maybe have none at all. And if you get to thinking about it, remember our good friend Sandy. You think about Sandy and just put that candy down. If you're having a tough time, don't even let Sandy make that decision for you. She's one of our role models. And Sandy, we're trying to all be like you this Halloween. So here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in the good. Breathe out the bad. Breathe in the happy. And breathe out the sad. Breathe in your best. And breathe out the worst. And breathe in your power. So you reach your goals first. Yes, everybody, on the holidays, stay good with your goals. Remember, it's Halloween. Some people might be having some parties. Some people might be doing trick or treating. But think about your goals. Think about all this hard work we've done. And hey, check it out. We got here.
I'll see you Wednesday on another call.
I'll see you on Wednesday. You know, Bernie. All right, everybody, here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bye, everybody. Have a happy Halloween.